this short interview with the convener of SLI 2017, Mr. Ndeto.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let us know your full title and the office that you occupy.
I'm Mathew Ndeto. I'm the convener of the 2017 SLI conference. I'm a member of staff from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Yes.
Tell us a little bit this Sustainable Research and Innovation Conference. What's it all about, and for how long have you done it, and what's the objective?
The conference, the main aim of the conference is to bring people from the industry and from the academia to be able to disseminate information and come up with discussions which can help us solve some social problems, especially the problems affecting our country. So in a way, we try to bring the industrialists and the scholars so that the problems can be brought to table, then we discuss and come up with some solutions with the existing and the problems affecting our society.
Yes. For how long have you done this conference?
This is the 8th series of the conference. Although initially we started the conference as seminars in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, but it has grown with time because of demand. We moved it to the School of Mechanical Engineering, where the school has 4 departments. Then later we have moved it to the College of Engineering, and the college has several schools, like 4 or 5 schools. So in that way we are able to capture more wide view of people from different specialization. For instance, we have people from mechanical engineering, we have people from telecommunication, people from electrical, we also have people from agricultural engineering. So it is a wider scope so that we can capture more ideas and able to solve. It's a multidisciplinary approach to solving some problems.
Yes. The people doing the presentations, the one presenting their papers, where are they from? Are they necessarily strictly students, or would we also have contributors from outside?
Mostly we have people members of staff from the departments, from the College of Engineering. We also have some students who are also being mentored in a way to be able to be good researchers. We have people from outside country. We have visiting professors from other countries. Like this year, we had people from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ghana, among other countries, also Japan. So we also get people from outside to give us some keynote speeches, and also they also come to do their oral presentations. Yes.
I see that the theme of the conference is Sustainable Research and Innovation for Industrialization. Are we there yet? Are we really having the linkage between the research and the innovations being discovered in the university and the industry happening there in the formal and informal sectors of the Kenyan ecosystem?
Ideally, we are not yet there, but we are trying. There's been a disparity between, or there's not been a good linkage between the universities and the industry, as it happens to the industrialized countries. Sometimes you see the GDP of countries which are really industrialized, you find that they have a lot of research and there's a lot of linkage between the researchers and the industry. But currently we don't have that, so we are trying to come up with a way of creating that linkage, although it is still there in some way, but not yet developed. So we through these kind of conferences, we call some people from outside, from the industries, then we try to see their problems, and then we structure our presentations or our research towards such areas. Yeah.
What are some of the success stories that may have come out of the past conferences that we have had, especially towards addressing that issue of bridging the gap between the academia and the industry? And I'm very emphatic about it, including the informal, the so-called JKUAT sector.
Yeah, I can. There are some successes, but I'll talk about what I've myself done. We went to Migori, I think some 2 years ago, Migori and Kakamega. They do some mining, small-scale gold mining. I think you know about that. And they have serious challenges in the mining. The mining is small-scale, it is informal in some way. So there's a time we went there, we discovered they have a problem in the grinding. There's a machine they use for grinding, it's called a ball mill, a small ball mill. So we came up with a research to solve that kind of a challenge. And we have been talking to them, we have linked them. We have already done the first model, which is actually in the workshop, and it is working. Then we are doing the second model for them. So that is an example for the small scale people.
But you have the solution and you have not taken the solution to them.
The solution...
At least you're working there, but if at all you have discovered there's a problem and you've connected with them, you have developed a solution, but the solution has not left the university. Is there not going to be a very huge lead time between when you address the problem and when you actually provide the solution?
That is still in process. So what we did was did a small model to do some testing, which has worked, and now we are doing the larger model to test on site. Okay. So that is planned probably in June or July. So we are doing the larger model and then it is tested on site. So that is an example I can give, which on my site. Yes.
Any other? Maybe you can refer to.
Yeah, there are others. Maybe I may not give the full description, but later I can. Probably in some written form, we can provide some information. Yeah, just to be sure of what it is. But I know there are other solutions we have tried to solve then to the populations, but I don't have the full details of them, so we can provide.
That's good enough. Let's look at maybe the mode of delivery of the conference, the calling of people to come together for the conference, the language used. How do you ensure that the same in the formal and the informal sector do not miss out on the basis of the mode of presentation, the language of presentation, so that at the end of it all, you don't just end up with discoveries and results which just end there, or maybe are consumed more for intellectual curiosity, the boosting of the academic CV, but the actual intersection is not happening because there is a kind of a barrier, the language barrier. How does the conference address that?
We give some, the first thing, we try to involve people from the industry so they are available. And then we give some guidelines on the mode of presentation. For example, we try to make the presentation as simple as possible to capture the idea and to avoid some details, because people are only interested in the solution. They are not interested in the research or the background behind it. So we try to ensure that the presenters present their papers in a simplified way, and so that everybody, even laymen, can understand or get the ideas behind that research. Yes.
Okay. Well, since you are the convener and you've done it now for 2 years, give me our license in the long run. What are we looking at? What's the vision? What exactly, where do you want to move it in the next few years? The same SLI conference. So where do you want us to be? Where do you want to take us in the year, next year, 2020, 2025, going forward?
The first thing, because we are concerned with innovations or industrialization, for example, the theme of this year, we want to be very close with the industries. So we want to have more industries come into the conference. We want to have some exhibitions. Like you've seen today, we don't have a lot, although last year we had one, but this year we don't have much. We have just exhibited what we have here. But we want a situation where we have some companies, like you have a company like Bidco, they come, they exhibit their products. Maybe if we have like 10 companies after the conference, or we run some exhibition concurrently with the conference. So that will be a good way to capture everybody in the scene of innovations and industrialization. So we want a scenario where we have very many industries coming, probably equal to the number of presentations. So we'll run some oral presentations concurrently with some exhibitions where people can interact freely, and we have some confidence between the two fields. Yes.
Now, other than the challenge of academic apprehension of ideas, yes, what other challenges do you have maybe outside there which could be hampering the so-called move towards industrialization, Kenya and maybe Africa?
Ideally, we rely a lot on imports. So we always try to buy something instead of making it, because it's already made, but we don't think about the trouble that people went in making that. A good example will be, for example, the automobile, the cars we have. We want to buy the best, but we don't try a lot to make ours. Although there is a company like Mobius Motors which is making their own cars. I don't know. I think you know about it.
I don't know why Mobius is not here. By the way, you should have invited them.
We invited them last year.
Yes.
Yeah. So they had some. They did not come. Yeah, so I hope we will still.
Mobius is doing something for Gloria has come back in Dika. Well, okay, fine.
Yeah, we
Let's proceed. Address those, the other, what we may call the invisible barriers to industrialization.
Yes.
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 You're saying one of them is a culture. We have
this culture of always buying, and you don't want to go through the challenge.
That's one.
Yes.
We have another issue.
I also think that we need to develop our economy based on research. Although I can say that the government is trying, because they have brought something called the NRF, National Research Fund, which is probably a very good move, because we have most of the presenters here, or some of them have got some funding from there. NRF. So those are some of the ways we can strengthen. If the government continues or it doesn't stop in that direction, we'll be on the right track. Because once you give a team or a pool of people some money, they do some research, and then they also are required to do some presentations, and the research should be solving a social problem or a problem we have in the society. I think that will be one way. So it's just the systems or the governments strengthening what they have started to do. I mean, recognizing research as the key to industrialization. I mean, we have economy based on research. Everything, we can do some research, find about it, and then move forward.
Thank you very much. I would like you to make some concluding remarks. Maybe tell us what you like about this year's SLA conference, and any other closing remark which you think is pertinent to the conference.
Yes, the first thing, the last 2 years we held our conference in KSMS, Kenya School of Monetary Studies, where I can say that they have excellent facilities. But these years we have brought the conference home. This is a building belonging to the workshops. So I think it's a good move, because we are also developing some facilities for ourselves, where maybe we save on some costs and run the conference smoothly, and then we can also involve everybody around, because usually when it is it's quite far, some people may not have access, or they may not come. So that is something good. Then the other thing which is quite good is we have you guys here. I think it's the first time we're having some people from the media. We have just been running the conference like in a close manner. We have the people for communication from our university, so it's like an inside thing. So if you also expose us in a way, I think it is good. It's a good move.
I wanted to go on record that Terimo is keen about this, and we shall be here for a long time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
very much.
Asante.